How is all doing? I'm just going to put a video up here that I shot back in October, November of a hollow form of that I made, and I didn't get around to editing the video until I had some time there the last couple of evenings, and I'm being up to my neck at the moment. I have a lot going on at home here and things that I don't really want to go on about anyway. So I'm just going to put the video on here, and I'm just putting this piece in front of it because I had the video already made, right? So I just got around to editing it and to let you know that I'm still around, and I hope to be back up, and I'm going to try and get another video up before Christmas if I can, hopefully. But I haven't been doing any turning lately at all anyway, so if I did, I would have the camera on and you sort of seen something. But this is one that I had made in the bag. And I just want to give a shout out to a wood turner out there. He's only a young lad, and he wrote me a couple of times private emails, and Peter Matthews his name is, and he puts videos up every Friday. Every Friday he's been putting videos up, and I think he needs a bit of support, and I like he's all to go over there and check out what he has done, because himself and his father have rebuilt an old lathe, and he has a lovely little workshop, and he's only like 15 years of age, and young people at that age need a bit of help and a bit of support. Okay, so please go over there and check out. We're going to put a link down below. Go over and check him out. He's well worth, and support young people like him coming along. Well, I'll do an update of the piece that turned out at the end of this video. If you are interested, just leave it down in the comments there, and I will do an update, and I'll stick another few pieces in an update video in the next few days. Okay. I'm going to do a hollow form with this log here that I got off Brendan, and I'm just going to put it down on the table here, and I'm just going to do a bit of an explain of, before I put it on the lathe here, what I'm going to do to get it into a shape and to get the best out of this piece of wood before I put it on the lathe. Okay, so I'll just take the camera down here and show you. This piece here, as you can see, is all shapes. That's probably where it was cut from the vase, and that's at the top. But the widest piece that I have is on this side of it here, and then you can turn it around. You can see on this side I only have a real narrow side. Okay, I only have there, and I was working around. It's about what I have is a couple of discs here, and I'll pick me, that's a 9.5 and 11 inches on these. Okay, see, there's an 8. Okay, so on that side I can get an 8-inch circle. I'm going to make a round hollow form out of this. Okay, so, and I'm going to try and keep the bark on both sides, on the top and on the base of it. So this hollow, what I'm looking at here is, so if I turn this that way, I'll have to take these off, take that off, and that will probably give me the top of the hollow form. So there's an awful lot of waste going to come off of this form, but I'm going to try and keep a natural edge on the top and a natural edge on the bottom. But like, I wasn't getting a bigger form out of this. It's just because it was cut on this side, as you can probably see, is the shortest side, which is, that's giving me that, to give me a circle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get the chainsaw, knock off all these pieces here, and then knock off a few corners and get it into a near enough shape. But I don't want to take too much off it with the chainsaw. You'll see me back in on the lathe then, and I'll take it into a shape on the lathe. With doing a hollow form, there's not really a lot you can do when you're not a lot of talking you can do about it. I'll just take it in onto the lathe. So at the next stage you'll see me is just with the chainsaw knocking a few bits off and back in onto the lathe, okay? I have the log on the lathe and I just roughed it into a shape that I can work with it on the lathe now, and you can see how much it's out of balance and out of shape, and I'm at it putting it between centres and balanced it in a way that I can get it near enough to what I like at the moment, and if I need to adjust it I will adjust it as I go to suit myself. So what I'm going to do is basically, I have some markings on it here. I have a centre line here on it, and I have a line here on this side here for my base, and I have a line here on the other side which is what I put on it for my top. So I'm going to use this end for the base and this end for the top. So I'm going to knock this corner off from here up to there, and this corner from here up to there, and bring this into a round form around here. That's the fourth stage. Get this around. Okay, I just knocked this into shape. This is 2 days now, and it's been sitting there. And what I'm not to do now is, okay, I'm not to taking it down into shape, put some super glue on it, and I left it there, and I was thinking about it for 2 days. So what I did was, I took some bark off the top of it here, because I'm going to put a screw in the choke, and I'm going to put it on the choke here, so I can do the bottom of it here, because I want to put a recess in it here with it, and I'm going to put the choke in it in the expansion mode so we can work on it. I'm going to make this round here, okay? Now I never work on the drawn. I normally just work and see what I come up with. And I was just looking at this piece. The plan was just to make this as it is and hollow it out of a small hole, but just leave it with a natural edge. But I think it just looks a bit stupid actually. Like there's no meaning in it. Like it's a nice piece, but like just looking at that with a hole in it would be a bit silly, to be honest with you. Like what's the point in putting a hole in it and having it empty? Okay, it's just this, you're proving the point that okay, you can hollow out something. Okay, we can all do that. But I was just, okay, I done a little drawn here. I'll just start again there, the fan came on. This is kind of what I came up here with this drawn. Okay, basically what I have is just a rough sketch of an idea of what I come up with. Okay, I've kind of got a ball with a natural edge, which is what is at the top. And I'm going to try and come up with this shape here. with a vase. But I think the bottom of it's going to end up being flat. I don't think I'm going to end up with this round bottom here, so I think it's going to be shallow on the bottom because it's not really deep enough to give me that appearance down here. So I think it's going to be cut around here, judging by the measurements that I'm done. And this top here is going to be pretty flat as well across the top, but I'm going to try and see can I get this kind of appearance here anyway. I'm going to go for that, but at the moment basically, right, I have a bowl that's just looking like this. It's just like that. Okay, so I could knock off the sides and just hollow it out and end up with a bowl kind of, and take the centre out and just end up with a bowl with a natural edge top on it, and that's basically all I could end up with. But I'm just going to try and get that appearance rather than having that. So I don't know. I'm going to go for this one, okay, rather than go for this one. Stage on that now is I have it in the chuck now in expansion mode, and I'm just going to drill out down to the depth that I'm going to be hollowing it out. So I'm just going to drill down the centre here as normal before I start putting the shape on the top and hollowing it. Another stage now that I'm going to define the rim of the vase, or whether or not I'm going to end up with a vase. So I'm basically going to shape the opening of the vase here and do the rim of it. This is the most probably tedious part of the whole lot of it, and after that it's just basically hollowing out the whole lot of it. To do the opening of this is basically the same as my last vase there, all of my vases and all of my rims. You just basically take your time, take it in real slow, a small bit at a time, as I always say, take your time, take it in nice and gently, and then take the outside in nice and gently, and don't take too much out at one time because the wood is going to start to move. So it's all about taking your time and getting your cuts right and sharpen that tool for your finishing cut. It doesn't matter if your tool, you think it's sharp, believe me, you need real sharp tools to get through these cuts. Your tool has to be spot on, nice and sharp. Just give it a quick rub on the grinder and get in there and give it a cut. Okay. That's as far as I can make that opening now, because of the rim that I have is so high here on this side. I'm coming to the edge of it, so that's as far as I can open out the mouth of this vase here. See there, because I need to keep that rim there, so that's as far as I can actually take it out. I'm going to bring it back between centres, put a bit of jam a bit of wood there, bring the tailstock up, and take this inside down. The next stage I'm going to have to put a kind of a cove in here so I can blend in this rim here. So the opening of the bowl, that's the highest point there, and that's my lowest point there. So I'll have to take this down I'll just basically open this out a little bit and take this down slowly down to there. That's going to be my lowest point. Okay, there we have it. There's the opening. There's the natural edge of the vase. So I'm happy enough with that so far. So basically the next stage of it is I'm going to take this corner off here to match the bottom. Just bring it into round. But this is staying, that's as far as the neck is going, so I'm going to take it from there to here. Okay, that's pretty much it. Just done a bit of shear scraping on it there. Ready for sanding, and then start hollowing out the inside. Pretty not much more. Then once I hollow the inside out, then that's it. Moving on now. This is the next day actually. Had to leave it last night. Moving on to the inside now. So basically it's time to start hollowing it out. I sanded the outside. I put a coat of oil on it last night and I wrapped it up to keep it from drying out, because it's actually shifting like crazy with the knots that are in it. So basically now it's just going to around to hollowing it out. So just take it from the inside, from the edge here, and start removing the bulk of the wood from the inside of it right around, and basically just the normal stage of hollowing. So there's nothing really to report on that. So I'll just go through the hollowing method of hollowing out, and sure, like, I'm not going to really go into detail on that with this one. I'm going to hollow it out and take us on to the next stage of that, wherever I get to after that, because there's nothing really to say. And just try and take it nice and careful with this rim that I have here, that I don't bust it. The inside of that rim has to be sanded and finished. I have to take a bit more off it here and shape in around there. That's basically it, okay? The vase finished from here right around to the back, and I'm just finishing off the base inside. So I just have to take about 5mm off the back end of it and shear scrape the back end of it, and that's it. It'll be finished up. So I'll just show a little bit of the back end of it being taken off, and it's been a really tough vase to do, to be honest with you, because getting around this back corner here, because I had to come back on myself here with this back wall here, you're hollowing back against yourself, it's been pretty tough, and hollowing against that knot there is being pretty tough, because it's been bouncing off it, and trying to get around that back corner. I found that pretty hard now, to be honest. Okay, so just try this in here. Just take a few shavings off the back here. And the next thing that I do now is I shear scrape it. I have a little light on the end of my shear scraper, and you can see what I'm doing then when I'm shearing it. And I'll go in there then, and I basically just clean off the base of it, all the little bumps off the bottom of there, and I'll be able to see what I'm doing. Pretty much finished shear scraping out all of the bumps and divots that I could get out of it with the shear scraper right around to the bottom. And now I just have to sand the inside of it. See, sand it up the inside. I just have to sand up the edge of it here now. There's some sanding. It's like a rock inside. Okay, keep at it. I just had to take it off the lathe there after sanding it right through, and I just put a good coat of Danish oil on it, and there we have it. Okay, there's the finished piece. Alright, now we'll probably drink that first coat, and we'll probably take another one over. Well, I'll have to let that dry in and probably give it another one. I don't want to get it too, I don't really want to put too much on it, because one thing about you it just turns brown. You is lovely for the first probably 6 to 8 months, and after that it just turns brown and it loses all of this feature that it has. See all that lovely colour? It just loses that. That's a lump of iron in this piece. See that there? That was a nail. That blunting me tools, and that's why that purple is in this. That's actually a rusty nail, big lump of rust, and that's why you have these colours in it. I'm going to make a plug and put it in the base of this. Just put a plug. Okay, and that's the finished piece. Alright, there you have it. I'll give it a quick turn there. There's lovely knots all the way through it. Lovely, lovely piece of wood. Ugly on the outside, nice on the inside. And as I said, trying to keep as much bark as I could. That's the maximum amount of bark, believe it or not, I could keep. Okay, so that's the best that I could get out of that piece. So thanks very much for watching. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you all again next time. Bye now.